Hi, my name is Jacqui-lee Pryce and welcome to Shadow Boxing. So, Miss Cameron.
Hi! How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. After a long drive.
So you're up in Manchester?
Yeah, just got here.
So firstly, let's congratulate you on your signing with your new promoter, Matchroom. Talk me through the moment when you either got the phone call or the email. Just talk me through it.
To be fair, it was like January. It's been a few months now. So it's been a few months. Obviously, when the announcement come out, I was like, "Yay!"
We already knew.
I was like, "Woo, it's out now." But Jamie rang me. I was at home in Northampton. Jamie rang me and he was like, "There's a deal with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. Like, sent me the deal and that." He's like, "You happy with it?" I was like, "Yeah, perfect." I was like, "Sign me up." And then I was delighted. I was over the moon. And then Corona come about and there's been a big delay.
So did you read the contract or did you just go, "Oh, I'll just sign it"?
Yeah, Jamie went through everything with me and I was like, "Yeah, I'm happy with that." And I seen all the button and I was like, "Yeah, I'm happy with that." I was like, "It's a good deal."
Yeah, nice. I have to say, I've been watching a lot on social media and you've come up a lot with regard to the sort of Katie Taylor fight. Everybody has really been backing you and saying, listen, give this kid a chance. How has that felt to see all of that support?
Do you know what? It's been actually like, it's been such a nice feeling because obviously I've not got the biggest profile in the UK for boxing. I boxed on Channel 5, been on MTK shows, but Sky and Matchroom is the platform that you want to be at for especially for women's boxing. So to get all that feedback, like people wanted to see me fight and like being positive about me, it was quite overwhelming really, because obviously I've not boxed on a huge platform, and to get that backing, it was like, wow, like people motivate me. So it was really good. Yeah, it was really nice to see. Like I didn't really expect it before. I didn't think anyone would be that bothered, but social media it was booming. I was like, bloody hell, a lot of people are actually backing me here. When I did it, I was thinking, oh god, I'm going to get people are going to think, oh, who's this girl? Braveheart, she's deluded and all this. And then when I was actually seeing it all, I was thinking, oh, people got a bit of faith in me. So it's quite a bit of a shock, really.
You know what's great about that though, Chantelle, is you didn't have a promoter, you had a manager in MTK Global.
Yeah.
So realistically, it was your work doing the talking.
Look, I've always said I'm not a big talker. I let my boxing do the talking for me. So for me, I'm like a one-woman army. I just go in there, box, perform,
Mash them up.
and that's me talking. I'm not a big talker really. I don't need to. I think let my boxing speak for itself. Well, everyone's different, but for me, I've never hyped myself up, put myself on this pedestal. Like, I do what I've got to do. I get in there. All I want to do is win. That's my only thing, is win. That's it. So for me, it's worked out.
Yeah. You know, you see these pictures on social media and they say, if such and such was a person, and then they show a picture of a person. If perseverance was a person, and then it should
It
have
was me.
a picture of Chantelle Cameron.
Somebody needs to make a picture of that. If perseverance was a person, put me. Someone needs to make a picture.
I think I might make it.
Hashtag.
Yeah,
Chantelle
I think I might make it. No, it is absolutely brilliant news, Chantelle, because listen, you've really, really grafted, haven't you? And
like, I think I'm the only woman who's had 2 managers for the world title. I've done it the hard way, and I'm proud of it. I'm really proud. I think of my career's gone like that. So it's gone up, went down, and it's going back up again. So for me, it's been a roller coaster, and now I just feel very blessed because I think all my hard work is going to pay off. And all I've got to do now is perform for Sky, perform for Matchroom, show everyone what I can do, and I'm going to be flying again. I'm going to be better. I think I'm more hungrier now. Got a whole new platform. I'm determined. So now I've just got to show everyone what I can do, really, and keep my head down, work a lot harder, and get them big fights. Obviously, I know now the big fights are coming, so now it's time for me to knuckle down and grind out.
So we had a chat, obviously, through the lockdown period, and you spoke about, you know, for the first time or for the first time in a long time, you had time to spend with your family, you had time to spend with friends, but most importantly, you had time to spend with you, you know. Do you think it's one of the most rewarding periods of your life?
I do. I say to everyone, it was like a reset button. It was like a massive reset button. It's like you take time to look at yourself, think what you want to work on, what you want to improve on. Not in boxing, just in general life. So this isn't even to do with boxing. This is just as a person, as a human being, and it gave you time to like reflect on yourself. And for me, I'll just take the positives from it. It gave me a lot of time to actually sit down and be like, I need to change this and that, and I want to be better at this, and so on.
And think about the fact that 2 years ago, you were talking about quitting. Then everything flips when you get that phone call with Jamie, and then you're on board with those guys, and you know, life is changing for you. You're flying again. Then, like you said, COVID hits. 2 fights, you know, are cancelled.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about who foots the bill for that? So you're in camp for those 2 fights. Obviously, there's training, there's nutrition, there's all the other bits and pieces. Who pays for that?
Me. So it was me and sponsors, and obviously because of Corona, I've lost money on camp that I didn't get the fights for. So I lost out a lot of money this year because I started 2 camps. But so even before Corona, I started camp in January, thinking I was boxing in March, and the fight never happened. And then I was supposed to be boxing in April, so I started camp again. So that comes out of my pocket. So obviously that money was wasted because I've not boxed this year. But you rely on sponsors. But with Corona, I end up losing sponsors as well. So at the moment, it's again like, I'm not even going to be negative about it because I think it's just a whole change. That's all it is new sponsors are going to come on board, hopefully. The old ones have gone out, and kind of you see who wants to stay on your journey. The ones that don't want to stay on your journey, that's fine. Move on. And then you build a strong team, I think. So I'm not going to take a negative from it. There's people out there a lot worse than me. So I think the money will come again.
Yeah, good way to see it. Good way to see it. So talking about tunes, what do you listen to in the changing room?
To be fair, it's Nige now puts his playlist on, and sometimes it's so cheesy. But I leave it to him. I think, oh, this is so cheesy. But usually I listen to like upbeat music that gets me a bit like in a mood, not mood, but like grime. So you get a bit like, oh, I want to beat someone up.
So that's why you always look so wrecked when you come out.
Yeah. I have to get myself mad in my head. I have to get myself angry. So I have to get myself a bit like pumped up. But hip hop, grime, drum and bass, just fast music that gets your blood going.
Interesting.
But not with Nige. It is good songs, but I'm just very relaxed.
So you signed with Matchroom. You're now mandatory for 2 weights, aren't you? You're now mandatory.
Yeah.
So listen, you missed out on the fight between Katie Taylor. Well, the fight against Katie Taylor. Everybody was gagging for that. I understand. You know, you're not going to wait around for her. So who would be next on the hit list?
If I had my choice.
Yeah.
Jessica McCaskill.
Yeah.
She would be on my hit list. Then I prefer boxing at lightweight, but obviously I've moved to super lightweight to grab myself a world title because I can't be waiting around forever. Otherwise I'll be retired the time I get my shot. So I'd like to box Amanda Serrano. I'd like to box Pursoon, because I think lightweight division, they're the targets as well. So I'd love to. I think me and Delphine Pursoon, I think that would be a cracking fight, because our styles, I think it would just be like fireworks. So I wouldn't mind a bash at Delphine and Serrano. And I'd like to box Jessica McCaskill. And I would say Cecilia Brackhouse, but I just think she's a weight above again, and I like boxing at lightweight, so I don't see the point in going up into 2 divisions. But the fight would be good. Obviously, I really rate her highly, but just the weight just doesn't really interest me that much.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fight between Katie Taylor and Delphine Pursoon.
Yeah.
Who have you got?
Katie this time. Last time, I don't think Katie won. I think she lost. This fight, I think Katie is going to box a different fight, and I think she's going to win convincingly. And rumour has it Delphine's injured, so...
Oh, you little grass.
Well, that's all I heard. Just putting it out there.
Okay, you'll be like, oh.
Just putting it out there. Just think.
So just in case. So if it was a choice, okay, let's think about that. If that was the case and they had to look around for another opponent, why are you a better bet than Delphine for the fight with Katie Taylor? Go.
Because I'm mandatory. I'm UK, so I'm here. Easy fight to make. And the fans want to see the fight. Give the fans what they want.
Nice. Yeah.
Just flew off my tongue then as well.
Yeah. So, that would be a great fight, though, to be fair. Yeah. And if it was a case that you couldn't get to her and there was a fight against Delphine, talk to me about, let's say, what do you do better than her?
So I think I box better. I think I hit harder. And I think I'll mix my shots up, so it wouldn't just be standing there toe to toe. I think I'll hurt her upstairs, downstairs. I won't be standing there having a trade with her, and she wouldn't push me back. Guarantee she wouldn't push me back.
Listen, confident girl. This is good. So I've heard.
My ego's got bigger. So I'm in a Matchroom. My head's got bigger. My ego's got bigger.
No, that will never happen. I don't believe it will happen.
My family will humble me too much, especially my mum. She'll give me a backhand.
Yeah, good. You're still getting their backhands in.
My family would never allow that to happen.
Yeah, no, it's good. So talking about, I read somewhere that Jamie is allowing you. You've got some sort of pact with Jamie that you can now spar a man. I never even knew you didn't spar men. So what was the thought behind him not allowing you to spar men?
So he does let me spar the guys, but not as much as I want. Like, I want to spar the men more than I spar girls. So he does let me spar them, but just not as much. Like, we've not had guys come in to spar me. So I sparred men like in Northampton and that, because I prefer sparring men. So I'll train in Manchester then. I'll go home to spar a boy just because I feel like I need to spar a boy. But I said to Jamie, I want to do it in Manchester with him and Nige there. So the pact is, well, I've got to hope he's still sticking to it, because I keep telling every interview about this pact we've made, and Jamie's not mentioned it again. He seems to have gone quiet with me. So I think I'm going to have to remind him of this pact. So it's spar one girl a week and spar one boy a week.
Yeah.
Because I don't like sparring women. I prefer to spar men. And
also,
I'm actually gonna give him the reminder tomorrow, actually, about our pact.
We'll see this hopefully. So
yeah, watch Jamie.
Jamie,
it's on an interview now.
It's on an interview now. It's on 2 interviews now. So effectively, you sparred men as an amateur. Yeah. So surely there should be no problem with that.
I think it's because I think it's just because my style as well is I'm very like, if I do get hit, I'm gonna try and like take the red off, and I just can't. If I get hit with a clean shot, then I'm very like grit my teeth and I'll go in there. I just don't care, and I think that's what Jamie's a bit cautious of with me, is that I don't really have a filler. Like, I'll get hurt and I won't get out, and I won't say like I'm hurt. I'll just go again, and he doesn't want me to get hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just like, nope, I want to spar the men.
To be fair as well, Chantelle, I think a lot of men feel more responsible or a little bit cagey with women. It happens on the amateur scene as well. It's like, but it's so obvious that you're the person that will just shake it off and
Yeah.
keep going. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's it. They're just trying to protect me because I think they know me as well. They know that I will stand there and have a war with a guy, and they don't want me to do that.
Yeah,
so I think they're just trying to protect me, but I'm very like, nope, I want to spar the guys.
Yeah.
Put me in with them.
So I've heard a little dicky bird that you have been sparring with none other than Natasha Jonas. Is this true?
It's true, yeah. I've been the last 5-6 weeks I've been coming up and getting rounds in. It's been really good, really, really good.
So it must be nice to be back with your GB pal.
It is. It's a bit mad because obviously we're so used to sparring each other day in, day out. Because you think for must be about 5-6 years, we were sparring every week, like 2-3 times a week. So and it's always been very, very good spars. And obviously we're both turned pro now, and the spars are just the good spars. Like without being big-headed, but I think if people seen us spar, they'll pay money because it's good sparring. And I'm actually learning from it as well, so it's great. I'm not just a sparring partner; like I'm getting a lot out of it as well, so it's really good.
Yeah, no, good. It's amazing that you've kind of both had similar journeys as well. So it's nice that you can kind of help each other out. But I need to know what's going on in that camp. So how is she looking?
Honestly, she is on fire. She's really on fire, and I'm delighted for her. She's hungry. You can tell she's hungry. She's fit. Obviously I've been with her on GB, and amateurs, as everyone says, amateurs is different to the pros. But I've never seen her so fit. Never seen her so hungry, and she just. I just hope that on fight night she pulls it off because she's looking unreal. And she's putting the work in as well. She's doing everything properly. And I think everyone that's writing her off, too quick to write her off because they're not seeing her in camp, and she's literally is on fire. Yeah, it's good to be a part of it. It's good to be a part of it because, like, we had the GB journey together, and she's got the world title shot now, and I'm delighted for her because she pulls this off. She's going to cause a massive upset, and she deserves it. She's done it. She's done it the hard way. She's like one of the pioneers in women's boxing, and she has done it the hard way. And I think she's putting the work in now because she knows what's on the end of it. Really, like she knows the reward if she wins this. And like I said, it's just great to be part of the camp. Win or lose, it's just nice to be helping her out.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think certain people have written her off. I felt that from the last fight, and I think she knows that. And I think, you know what, this is a little bit like, I know this is pro boxing and everybody seems to just drop everybody when they have a loss.
Yeah,
but I think that was just an off day, her last fight.
Exactly that. The thing is with Tasha as well, it's like the amateurs, she performs when she's got to perform, and it's been like that through the amateurs as well. When Tasha's got to perform, she turns up. And I think that at the end of the day, anyone can lose. And that's how I see it. I think in my career, like, I would rather take the big fights. And if I lose, I'm going to lose to the better woman on the night. Losing to Obanov, obviously I boxed Obanov myself. So I've been in there with Obanov. I think that was just not Tasha's night. I think she had one bad performance, and everyone's looking at that one bad performance. And that's all it was. It was one bad night. Everyone can have a bad night. Like, it could happen to anyone. So I just think, just people shouldn't be writing her off so soon.
So if we were going to have a wager, who would you put your money on?
That's a good question. So if Tasha turns up, if Tasha does everything she's doing in sparring, Tasha turns up spiteful, hungry, Tasha, all day long. Her experience. I'm not going to give too much away, but I've never seen her like it. Never. She's ticking every box there is, and as long as that turns up on fight night, Tasha, I'll put £100 on Tasha.
And the thing is, you know her. This is what you. Yeah. This is the thing. you're saying this is the best I've seen her,
The best
etc.
I've seen her ever. I said it to Jamie. I was like, I've never seen her like this. Never.
Yeah. Hungry.
She's just got to turn up on fight night, and it's there for her.
Okay.
She hits hard. People don't realise Tasha's got a dig on her. I would know because she keeps catching me with shots. I think I've got a scab on my nose where she busts my nose.
I didn't want to say anything, but I can actually see there was like do you know what I thought it was? I thought it was your foundation rubbing off or something.
I don't wear foundation.
Oh, okay.
She's cut up my nose.
So I read somewhere that Terry Harper was talking about if she comes through this fight, she's really eyeing up a fight with Katie Taylor. What are your thoughts on that, number one?
Everyone must spots Katie, didn't they? I think Katie is on the hit list. Obviously, I don't have a world title at the moment. Terry has a world title at super featherweight, and obviously she's got that in her position. But my next fight's for a world title anyway. And obviously, since my start of my career, people always banged on about me versus Katie Taylor. Just think me and Katie Taylor make an exciting fight. Styles make fights, and mine and Katie's styles make a good female fight. Not even a female fight, just a good boxing fight. So it's kind of like whoever gets the opportunity, great, it's amazing. But I want that shot. I want that fight. Not gonna hide it. That's the fight that I've been gunning for ages. Get myself this world title, make my own name for myself. Give the fans the fight they want to see. People bang on about me versus Katie Taylor all the time. So,
and the bonus for Matchroom obviously is if one of you loses, it still stays with Matchroom.
Yeah, exactly. But I think everybody does want to box Katie Taylor. She's the queen of boxing, ain't she? So everyone does want that fight. And obviously, I'm going to say I deserve the fight. Like I should get the fight. Blah blah blah. But that's just me, like wanting the fight for myself, like being biased. But I do think I do deserve the fight.
Yeah.
I won my mandatory last year.
Yeah.
Last year. It's actually about this time last year because all the memories have been popping up.
So are you effectively saying step aside? It's me first.
This is what you're doing. You're trying to get me to get a mouthy.
No, I'm playing. So thinking about Terry though, so she's a super featherweight. Would that be a fight that you would fancy?
Lightweight, 100%. So I'll fight anyone. Anyone's got a belt or anyone that's got a bit hype around them, big name. I want that fight. I want to make my own career and get people remembering me for taking the big fights, not ducking anyone, getting in there with anyone. Super featherweight, I've made it twice and it's not my weight. It's too hard for me to make. So lightweight, yeah, come up and get a fight there. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Fight whoever really. Don't think I've ever said no to a fight. When Jamie and Nigel are like, oh, so you fighting so-and-so? I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, whatever. I just don't care then. So now I don't know why they bother asking me. They know that I'm just going to fight anyone.
No, it's good. It's a good attitude, though, to be fair, Chantelle.
What's the point of either getting there with anyone because I'm never going to duck and dive. I can remember I could have easily ducked Bashir, had the opportunity, and I was like, no, I want to fight her. I was like, not a chance. And she was a threat. It was a 50-50 fight, wasn't it? Before that fight took place, it was a 50-50. There was a big chance I was going to get myself knocked out, but it wasn't because I was like, she's not knocking me out. But on the record, it could have happened. So I took the risk and I was like, I'm not going to duck anyone. And to this day, and I'll say this, in next year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm not going to duck anyone.
And I think that's what makes you such an exciting fighter, though, Chantelle, to be fair, that you literally will not duck anybody. So you must be now. I know you're mandatory. That doesn't seem to mean anything so much in the female game.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, we're mandatory 2 divisions now. I am getting my world title shot, but super light. But mandatory don't really mean anything, do they? It looks like I've been crying, but I'm not. When I look at my picture, it looks like...
No, it just looks like you got smashed up by the better fighter on the day. So ultimately now, Chantelle,
Yeah.
you've got this big break. You've got everything that I'm guessing that you dreamed of in terms of putting you on the right road. Is it
Yeah.
about now leaving a legacy?
That's what Katie's doing, isn't she? Making a legacy.
Yeah.
So,
Can't. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how you work around that. Bash her up. I don't know.
It's not making a legacy because I think I've not really not made any history ever. I think everyone's breaking the history breakers around here. I've not had the opportunity. I think it's not about luck, but I've not struck any luck in boxing. That's all it is. So I could have easily been the first women's WBC champion. I could have easily been unified world champion. Oh no, I was the first IBO world champion actually after 5 fights. I've broken a bit of history.
I like the way you forgot that.
Give myself a pat on the back for that.
Yeah.
So it's not. I've not really made history on it. So I'm not really looking to build a legacy. I just want to be in the best fights possible. I want to leave this boxing and being like, we're in with the top fights. And I said it to Jamie and Nigel the other day, and they was like, "No, you don't." I was like, "No, I really do. I want to have wars. I want to stand there and I want to have a proper title show. And I want to be in exciting fights. I want someone to be strength for strength, power for power, speed for speed. Where it's you got to bite down in your Gumshield, and you've really got to like get stuck in. Because at the moment, I've not had that in my career, and I think that's when people are going to see the best of me. I don't think people have seen the best version of me yet, and I feel like I need them fights to really show people what I can do, and that I've got the heart as well.
So I understand where you're coming from, where you're saying that you don't feel like you've created a legacy yet, but in terms of your positioning now, you're now with Matchroom, they can make those massive fights for you. Look how many female champions are on their rostrum. And also, if you were to beat some of the people on the roster, the belt stays with them. So it's win-win, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and exactly that as well. And I feel like I could just, I can show. So my legacy will be perseverance. I feel like out of all the boxes, I have persevered. Like, look at 2 years ago, I was quitting the whole Olympics, the team change, everything. I've persevered and I've come back stronger, and I've come back and I've made things happen. And it's because I've got a good team around me, but I done it. Yeah. I won the fights. I put myself in there. I've stuck at it. I've carried on training. Like when it has been a roller coaster, I've dug deep. I had no promotion or anything, and I've still stuck at it. So I've not had the hype around me. I feel like I've done it the hard way, but I'm so proud of it. Like I'm not proud of myself, because that's just a bit big-headed, but I'm proud of the way I've done it. I feel like I've done it the hard way, and I feel like now I deserve to show people what I can do.
I don't think it's big-headed at all, Chantelle, to just say, you know what, let me stop and look what I've achieved and all of the hurdles I've had to jump over. And let's be fair, Chantelle, not a lot of people have had to go through. I can't really talk about the male side, because some of the males have a very, very difficult time. But most definitely in the females, you do get the easier road versus the harder road. And it doesn't necessarily equate to talent either. So I think you're okay with saying, you know what, actually, flipping heck, I've done all right. Do you know what I mean?
So, like, obviously I'm not going in to lose, but I think if I did lose, I can always look back on my career and be like, I've done it the hard way. Nothing was handed to me on a plate.
Yeah, boy.
Nothing's been given to me. I had 2 mandatories before I boxed for a world title. So do you know what I mean? So no matter what happens, like someone asked me the other day, do I feel pressure now that I'm boxing for Sky? I'm like, there's no pressure, because I've done everything the way that it should be done, and I've done it a hard way. So now I'm just gonna, like, when I have my matchroom debut, I'm gonna go out there and I'm just gonna have some fun. I'm gonna train hard, do what I do, but the most important thing to me is just go have some fun. So since I've been with Nigel and Jamie, it has just been fun for me.
Yeah.
And it pays off in my performances. Yeah. So there's no pressure.
Yeah.
All it is obviously a different ring, but ring, another opponent, boxing. All it is on a different channel, different platform, like
with larger numbers.
Yeah, but I think it's because I don't look at that. So when I box, I push all that to the side, because at the end of the day, a fight is a fight. And I said it could be in a phone box, it could be in someone's back garden. A fight is a fight. So I'm not going to let any of that hype get to me. I'm just going to focus on what I do.
Fair play to you. And lastly, what has changed for you? I know you said like this happened in January. So you've kept it in. It's now everybody knows. How has life changed for you since, you know, the cat has been let out of the bag?
People remember that I box now. People, you are boxing then? I'm like, yeah. I've been training for a while now, but I went under the radar.
So what are you trying to say is people come out of the woodwork?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You get a lot more messages now.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
I'm like, oh, where have you disappeared to?
Can you remember me from school? Do you get that?
I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. Not heard you for a while.
But in terms of like, are you getting more coverage? Is there more sponsorship dollars?
No, so at the minute I'm working on sponsorship, because obviously because of Corona I lost a few sponsors. So at the minute that's something I'm actually working on, is sponsorships. Yeah. So that's my main focus at the moment. Get sponsors, because obviously I'm from Northampton, camps in Manchester. So it comes out of my purse. I just need to get a few sponsors on board, cover that, and then laughing really. Happy days.
Yeah.
Can crack on.
Well, listen, I'm so happy for you. I'm really pleased for you.
I appreciate that.
And I feel like this is your time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time.
No, it's my pleasure.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxer UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.